everybody, it's Beth. Welcome to Infinite Garden. I've promised this video for a while and it's here today. This week we're going to talk about frizz. Frizzy hair is a subject for me that also carries some emotional weight, and I didn't feel like I could talk about how to combat frizzy hair or how to deal with frizzy hair without first addressing what it means to have frizzy hair and why we view it as a problem. So I'm going to start with some cultural attitudes surrounding frizzy hair, and then we'll get into some products and methods that can be useful in fighting frizz. If you're new to my channel, I am not a hairstylist. I share my personal opinions with you as a consumer. If that all sounds good to you, I hope you will please stay tuned. Okay, today is a rainy Saturday, and I thought about making this video all week, and I was wondering whether or not I should wear my hair blown out or if I should wear it curly. If you watch my channel a lot, you'll see me from video to video switching from a kind of a sleek blowout to this, my natural hair texture. I decided that it was important for me to talk about the subject of frizz with my natural texture showing. With my background here, you can see I have quite a bit of frizz all around my hair. Here you can see that my hair does have quite a bit of frizz all around. It's also humid today. It's actively storming and raining, so there's 100% humidity right now where I am. So although you can see that I have some nice definition in my curls, there is still frizz present. And so this brings me to what I wanted to talk about regarding the cultural attitudes regarding frizz. Now I'm 44, I'll be 45 next month. I grew up as a child of the 80s when people permed their hair and wore their hair very large. So people with straight hair opted into curly hair through perms. I'm sure many of you remember that era. And then in the 90s, a more sleek aesthetic was adopted throughout American culture. It was common for people with very curly hair in some cases to receive permanence in the opposite direction, to use chemical straighteners. That was common for a lot of folks. And for people who had naturally straight hair, it was a little more common to wear your hair in its natural texture. From 2000 to 2016, a straight blowout was almost mandatory. And then in the last 5 to 7 years, I think there has been greater cultural appreciation for individuality and individual hair texture, which I think is the healthiest place to land, and I hope that we stay here. I know the pendulum swings back and forth, but I'm hoping that we as contemporary people begin to understand that everybody is created in a unique way and all hair textures are valid, professional, and beautiful. My hair was always prone to wave, but when I was 12 years old in the year 1990, I got a spiral perm. And I've heard other people have experiences. I've mentioned this before on my channel, but when I was 12 and I got my spiral perm, it never grew out. So since that time, I had been managing really strongly textured hair. When I was younger, it was curlier. I still think of myself as having curly hair. Sometimes I'll get comments on my channel that people will say, oh, that's wavy hair, not curly hair. I understand that there are fine grains of difference in hair textures, and I think my hair is now, considered wavy. I remember as a teen getting quite a lot of criticism, kind of sideways, mean girl criticism for having frizz-prone hair. And I got it from family members, friends, and just like random people at my school. I went to a big kind of chaotic public high school that was super diverse and overcrowded. And so it was kind of a spicy environment, if you would say. And I remember one time a bunch of girls, walking past a whole bunch of girls on my way to get like a snack at a basketball game, and they were heckling me for my hair and telling me that I remember one of them saying something about stat mat. I don't know what that is, but she was basically telling me that I needed to get something on my hair immediately because my frizz was out of control. To give you a more complete picture at that time, I was wearing a flannel shirt and Converse shoes on my way to get the snack. So I was in that kind of camp of girl in high school. And so my hair wasn't perfectly coiffed and I would wear it as large as possible. I'm kind of channeling that energy now. Again, these days, I would wear my hair as big as possible. And that was something that was kind of uncommon in my high school. And I would hear about that. And then from girls, I remember one girl that I was in theater with at one point, the dressing room was downstairs and we were in play practice. And I remember going down to the dressing room, and before I got there, I could hear her talking about me and saying how badly she just wanted to brush out my hair, that my hair type was irritating to her. She didn't like it and she wanted to get control of it. And I remember feeling really terrible and embarrassed and kind of freezing outside the door and not being sure how to enter the room after having heard that. And I remember doing something kind of meek and mild and kind of walking in and being like, hey guys, you know, like pretending I didn't hear it, and everyone kind of just like shut up really quickly. But that hurt me, and it's one of those memories that's like still in the vault from back in the day. So I carry some degree of like emotional baggage around having this hair type and having frizzy hair, and knowing that it can attract negative attention. And one of the things I wanted to say here is that that's garbage. It's garbage. What I want to do is to find some room here in this video to write a little love letter to what other people might perceive to be frizzy hair, and to the hair texture types that can produce this soft focus look. This is a type of hair that has been around as long as we have been. I looked up some photos of folks with, you know, hair texture like mine or somewhere in the range of having textured hair throughout time. And I wanted to celebrate the beauty that can come from having hair that isn't perfectly shiny, locked in, totally smooth. I found photos in my search of folks from the 1800s wearing their hair in, you know, updos, styled with ribbons and flowers and all types of different manners. You can see in a lot of these photos, there's a soft sort of angelic wispiness surrounding these hairstyles. Frizzy hair is valid, it is beautiful, and I couldn't make a video about frizzy hair on my channel without first celebrating it and recognizing its unique and special beauty, and of course sharing some vulnerable memories of my own just to let you know how I feel about it. So with all of that said, I still am someone who purchases products on the market to help get a little bit of control of frizzy hair. I wanted to show some of the products that I use personally for my hair type, and I wanted to show some products that I've recently brought in and show me using them just to control already dried hair that's gotten a little bit frizzy, just to try to maybe get some of this frizz reincorporated into some of the curls that I've got going. If you've watched my channel before, you've maybe heard me talk about these products before. I'll leave timestamps down below if you want to skip past something. I've grouped these products into 3 categories, basically, you know, the pre-wash hair care mask category, and then a category for products that you apply to damp hair in order to style them, and then I have some products that you apply to already dry hair in order to get control of frizz that's already happening to you. First product I wanted to talk about is actually something that I have found contributes to additional frizz in my hair, and I still use it. I wanted to talk about why. So I've got this all folded up because I've been really working my way through it. But this is a clay mask treatment by the company Bread. And what you do is you apply this to your scalp and to your hair strands prior to shampooing. What this does is that it deeply cleanses your scalp and hair and removes impurities. It's great for scalp oil if you have an oily scalp, which I do. I often go many days between washing my hair, and I can build up a little bit of oil on my scalp, and it feels amazing to use a clay mask. After I've used these clay masks though, I often find that my hair strands themselves are so purified and refined that they can sometimes need more moisture, and so they'll actually rise up. Like if I use the clay mask and then I wear my hair curly, I will see more individual strands of my hair rising up to the humidity. So I wanted to share that it's something that if you're using one of these and you have hair like mine, you want to be mindful of making sure that you fully rehydrate the hair. I continue to use these. I've just learned my lesson a couple of times. One other pre-wash treatment that I use that's a bit of a holy grail product for me is the Sisley Hair Rituel. The Sisley's Restructuring Nourishing Balm. It's the brand new container of it. It comes in a pot like this, and it is a balm that you break and you warm up in your hand and you apply to your strands. I wouldn't recommend this product to somebody with really smooth, fine hair. I don't think you need something like this. Maybe you'd find some benefit from it, but if you have hair like mine that is textured and prone to curl and to frizz, an oil-based balm like this in your strands is really helpful to deeply nourish it and protect it, and I do find that my hair is less frizz prone when I'm using this semi-regularly. When I was using chemical colorants on my hair, including bleaching it platinum blonde, I really needed this product just to get by, especially if I was going to be using heat treatment. My hair is so much healthier now since I ditched the dye and embraced my natural silver hair, but I still find that from time to time my hair texture, which is dry, really does desire this level of oil treatment. And so both of these products, the clay mask and this oil balm, together have really helped both my scalp health, my hair purity, and then my, for this one, my hair nourishment. So I really believe in masks and in taking care of your hair in this way, like maybe once a month or something like that. Everybody's hair is different, but for me, I find that, once a month is plenty to do this as long as I'm taking care of my hair well the rest of the month. I do think that these types of treatments are valuable and worth it. I'm gonna skip over shampoo and conditioner, but just for the record, if you didn't already know because you don't watch my channel, I am a devotee of Aveda's Cherry Almond shampoo and conditioner. It's my primary shampoo and conditioner. I do sometimes use L'Oreal's Metal Detox, which is used to take yellowness out of my hair. I try not to use too many purple tone products anymore. Once I discovered the L'Oreal Metal Detox line, I found I could use fewer purple shampoo products. So pretty much Aveda Cherry Almond shampoo and conditioner, occasional L'Oreal Metal Detox. So that's the shampoo story. We're gonna move into wet styling. Whether or not I'm wearing my hair blown out, straight, or curly, I always use a leave-in conditioner. I am almost through this Jones Road times Herve Claude, the Universal Hair Balm. I have, maybe a couple of uses of this left. I used it last night in my hair. I really, really like this. I've told you on the channel before that you can use this product both on wet hair and on dry hair. Last night I put it in my wet hair, and then I used a hair oil on top of that and then put it in this terry cloth turban loosely and spent the night in that turban and slept in that overnight. And when I woke up, that was all I had in my hair, and this was the result. I find that this is a nice supportive product in keeping my hair soft and nourished. It isn't a perfect frizz-proof product though. It won't lock in the hair or make it like ramen noodle crunchy. I do sometimes still experience a little bit of frizz when I use this product, and like I said, I can be pretty comfortable with that. Overall, I really do like the product, and I do think it leaves my hair shiny and the curls well defined. If I do want to totally control the frizz, I like a mousse. And I have two that I want to talk about. First is the Shu Uemura. This is the Ouai volume. This is a really nice product. My mom really loves this. She has similar hair texture to me, and she likes to put that in her hair when it is wet a little bit. She can usually like finger style the mousse, and it will, give it nice dimension and lift and volume and a little bit of hold, which is wonderful. Her climate is much drier than mine. She's in the desert Southwest, and so doesn't have the active humidity that we have most of the time. So this product is often the right one for her to, combat those frizzies and get her hair styled without having to fuss with it too much. For me, I like it as a final dressing. So I'll put in the leave-in conditioner, and then I'll finish with the mousse and kind of just scrunch it in a little bit, just to get a little bit of extra hold, but soft hold. It's not a heavy, stiff hold. If I want more of a super controlled hold, I like this Mizani styling mousse. This one is called Foam Wrap. If you watch the video where I tried using magnetic rollers again, I use this product to coat my hair before wrapping it around the rollers. This is a product designed for that type of styling treatment. It's a foam wrap, and it says it's made for wet sets. When you put your hair in rollers, that is a wet set, and that can help control some of the edges. If you have, 3 type or 4 type hair, and you get sort of, baby hairs around the front that can be very curly, this is the type of product that you could use to help really control those. I get those. My hair is a 3 type, and it can get really frizzy right on top here. I find that this product can be really good at controlling some of the frizzies around the crown. I don't use either of the mousses when I'm wearing my hair blown out. These are strictly for when I'm wearing my curls and I want to have curl definition and reduce the amount of flyaways that I have. These two products I talked about recently in my shiny silver hair video. This is a shine spray from Pattern, and this product does include some oils. So this product is excellent if you do wear your hair curly and it's starting to look a little bit dull. This product will amp up the shine, and I demonstrated that in that video. I'll link that video in the description box if you want to go find that one as well. This one is great. You can see I've used about half of it. I only use that one when I'm wearing my hair curly, and I find it to be really useful on like day 2 or day 3. I'm not going to use it right now because the oil can weigh it down a little bit, but I think that's a good one. This is also a refresh spray by Kerastase from the Curl Manifesto line. This is meant to reactivate curls that have gone flat. I find that this one can be really good for reincorporating fuzzy hair like this back into the curls. This product does contain coconut oil, which is kind of heavy as well. So I feel like once I use this product, there's no going back. It's a little bit heavy, but it does the job. It certainly does. It also has a really strong coconut scent. So if that type of thing bothers you, you might not love this, but it is an effective product at helping to reincorporate frizz back into curls. Not everybody has curly hair though, and sometimes I wear my hair blown out. Even after I've blown my hair out and it's immediately fresh, some of my, more tenacious, more intensely textured, shorter hairs won't have gotten picked up by the roller brush and will remain kind of hanging out there, standing on end a couple inches off my hair, just being very wiry. And I imagine that a lot of you have experienced that as well. And I wanted to address that because up until this point, maybe if you didn't have curly hair, some of these products were irrelevant to you. These are the things that I use in those circumstances because I experience that when I blow my hair out. This product was sent to me in PR. It's a small version of a larger product that's available. This is by Goldilocks. This is a serum. They call this the signature serum. This is really, really wonderful. When I run out of this, I am going to purchase a whole bottle of this. I've loved it. It has a wonderful citrusy grapefruit scent. And this is a wonderful serum to pump onto my hands, to smooth those flyaways and to have them settle down a little bit. They need a little bit of weight. This does have some oils in it, also some silicones. And I think that it also provides a beautiful shine and can help make the hair overall appear shiny and cohesive and really pretty elegant. The other option is a good old-fashioned hairspray. I have 2 minis here because I don't use a lot of hairspray, but I do like to have it in my arsenal just in case. This is something that my stylist will use too. I got my hair cut last week and my stylist used a product by Amika where he lightly dusted my hair with the hairspray because I had the, wiry ones sticking out. He lightly dusted my hair and then used his hands just to smooth them down. I have 2 that I really like here. This is by Ouai. Gosh, I hope I'm saying that right. Hang on. It's a very fine mist, and I find that it doesn't leave the hair sticky. It has almost like a dry shampoo feel on the hand. It's the opposite of a sticky hairspray, and I find that overall it is effective in a soft and gentle way. So I really like that one. And then another one that I like is the Bumble and Bumble Spray de Mode. These are, this is another mini version, and this one is stickier than the Ouai one, and it has like a fruitier, almost like berry scent. So this one is a little more floral and this one is a little more fruity. And then this one's stickier and this one's drier. This one I think can be really useful for me, especially now when I am in this state with the frizz and the curls. So I'm actually going to use this one right now on my hair so you can watch me put this one into effect. And I'm going to try the other spray on this side and see how that works. So I'm going to go right now. I'm just going to scrunch. Look in the mirror here. What I like about this Bumble and Bumble spray, I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it here in the mirror. It's really nice and shiny, and the smell does dissipate over time. And although it's sticky in the hand, it doesn't wind up feeling sticky to the touch on the hair. but the stickiness does do the job of cohering the curls. So I think that this is a good product if you have curly hair, and of course it's really good when your hair is blown out. And then I'm gonna use this Ouai one. Okay, do the same thing, scrunching. Yeah, this one really doesn't have any stickiness. It kind of reminds me, the smell reminds me a little bit of like Chloe, the signature Chloe perfume. Like a rosy soap. It's really nice. I like that. That's a preferred scent of mine, rose soap. I prefer the Ouai one on my blown out hair to smooth those frizzies, and I prefer this one on my curly hair, but it can be very useful too. So good old-fashioned hairspray can do the trick too. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. I don't want to give the impression that I have completely mastered the art of frizz-free hair. I know what the main tricks are. I know you need to provide nourishment and moisture, and you need a product with hold, and then you need to minimize how much you're touching and rubbing on it. My reality is that I often like to take a shower the night before. I do like to go to bed after having had a shower. I live in an environment with like tons of humidity year round, and my hair texture is just naturally prone to frizz. It's going to be an odd experience for me to have a frizz-free hairdo. I have learned to make peace with it. I have learned to tune out the critics. I have learned to embrace the texture that I was given and to understand what that hair does and why it's special and why it's beautiful. I encourage you to do the same. Make your peace with it, and then, you know, just learn to work with it. That's the best advice that I have to give after a lifetime of working with my particular hair texture. So this was the frizz video. Let me know if you have any other questions or if you'd like to talk about this one some more. I have a lot I can say about hair texture and why it's such a touchy subject for so many. If you want me to get into it in the future, I'm totally willing to do that. If you enjoyed this video, I encourage you to give it a like, and if you want to hang out with me again, feel free to hit the subscribe button. I post videos on Sundays. We have a lovely community here, and I would love it if you joined us. Anyway, I hope that you're all doing well out there, and I hope you have a great week ahead. Thank you so much for watching. Talk soon.